Alright, so today, guys, we are going to be checking out a brand new, or pretty brand new, 2019 Daytona replica in Reflex made by Red Ryder. Now, he has made other replicas in the past. He's done a few nationals that have crazy detail and are really accurate to how they are in real life, and then they just play really, really well with the way that Reflex plays, and this is definitely no exception. This track, I played on this track for probably close to 2 hours before I felt totally comfortable on it. I mean, yeah, I haven't played Reflex in like forever. I mean, forever, but it was kind of a tough track. I mean, the only section I really feel like is somewhat easy to overjump would be the finish line. Everything else is actually just right. Like, it's just right for even a player of my level, which isn't very good, to be able to get, not maybe consistently, but to be able to do. Now, this rhythm section to go triple here is actually, I mean, we get it on the next lap, but it was really tough. That was a line that I really struggled with, and then the section before it, I really struggled with too. I'll point it out here when we come around for the next lap. And as you can see, we have no head. I mean, what happened was I was restarting the race, not the game or anything, and one of the times I crashed and got an infinite white screen. And then when I came back, I had no head. So we have no head. We're the headless rider today, and I really don't know why it's like that, but you know, whatever. It doesn't affect the track. I mean, the track is phenomenal. Maybe it made us faster, but yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, this is definitely the lap I felt like was our best, most solid lap. And there might be a few other ways through this rhythm section too, but this was the consistent best way for me. Really the only line that I could get. There's probably some huge line you can do there. And the wall after the whoops, I believe, maybe you can't. I don't really know. Red Ryder wouldn't know, but I feel like if you tuned your bike just right and got through the whoops really, really well, you could send the wall and double into the takeoff of the next section. I feel like you could. I mean, I got close a couple times, but you go so high, you know, your forward momentum just kind of goes away. So I don't know if you can. It feels like you could. It's a really big, crazy, unrealistic line. I know in real life they were kind of sending it over the wall. I know like Blake Baggett started doing it, and then Tomac was doing it. But I mean, this is like a huge send. And this section right here, it took me forever. I mean, we still messed it up. It took me forever. It's so slow if you go through this doubling. But if you get the big line, so if you were racing people, I mean, if you have to do it the way I just did it there, you're going to lose so much time. And the crazy thing about it is, he did mention that if you have a full lobby or do a bunch of races or whatever, the track actually will tear up, will rut up, and will get fairly rough. And I can see it. I can really see it because in some of these corners that I use the outside to get some of the lines, I can see on maybe a lap 4, for sure lap 5, it was starting to get rough enough that it made me uncomfortable trying to do some of those sections. And this section right here, toughest section for me. I did have a lap where I was able to step onto the table, step off, and then kind of triple out. We did clip a little bit, and I didn't show it because I didn't feel like it was worth putting that one lap in there, but that was really tough for me. I mean, it was tough. You could take that inside line. I mean, the way that rut kind of worked was, it was like you were going into that corner and then squaring it off and cutting back down. So it was a really interesting rut that he put there. It wasn't like your typical ruts around the corner. A very interesting way of incorporating that rut into the game. And I mean, it worked fine. I just had trouble doing it. Yeah, that corner right there, you could see where it was starting to get the acceleration bumps and everything. So eventually it might be, if the race was long enough or if there was enough people, that might get to where you're not really going to be able to get that triple in that easy, and that would change that entire section and the entire race. If you weren't able to hit the triple, it would change things. And then here's where I was talking about, where I feel like if you sent it hard enough, maybe you could double, and then that would change that entire section. I feel like it's possible. Maybe it's like a really weird, huge line he put in there on purpose, but I mean, with the way I had my bike set up in the runs that I got through the whoops, I never really felt like I was able to do it. I got close a couple times, but never that close. And every time getting, you know, almost doing it, I crashed or I got reflex or something. So, yeah, I don't know if it's possible, but quite interesting. Hold on a second. Got my screensaver coming up here. Yeah, and then I don't even know if we ever got this section again. So definitely a very challenging track. It just came out. I mean, I think the track has been out like 3 days or 4 days since recording this, and I don't know. It was a breath of fresh air. I haven't played Reflex in forever, and we've been doing a ton of Monster Energy Supercross, the game too. And I did see a comment, somebody asking, have you ever considered playing other games? So you must be fairly new to the channel, because I have and I do play like everything. I've always been like that. We've been on a Monster Energy Supercross, the game 2 kick lately, and still plan on playing that a lot, but it was just a really nice change of pace, you know, breath of fresh air to come in and play something else, because the game felt new to me. I mean, it took me forever to learn how to play Reflex again, kind of. You know, good enough for the video at least, and it was just fun. It feels so different, and to play user-created content like this, that's just fantastic. I mean, this is AAA quality. Really, really well done. I mean, it's as good or better than anything that is even in the base game. So really awesome job, Red Rider. I mean, the stadium, I guess, the stands and the oval track add to it. I mean, he's always had the insane microscopic detail to his tracks, and definitely pulled it off again here. So really well done track, Red Rider. I love it. I encourage you guys to go check it out on PC if you have PC. But let me know down in the comments if you want to see more Reflex. I believe there was a Nick DeLeon track. It was like Flight School maybe, and I do have it downloaded. I am playing on it a bit. It is kind of a tough track for me, but really, really cool. Definitely worth checking out as well. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.